Unlock the love in your heart. Unlock the love in your heart. Let it all out, all the things that you love, that you are. Unlock the love in your heart. You have a love to share. You have a family that's there. Unlock the love in your, unlock the love in your, unlock the love in your heart. Unlock the love in your heart. And when it's cold outside, open up your mind. Unlock the love in your, unlock the love in your, unlock the love in your heart. Unlock the love in your heart. When you are feeling alone, when you are feeling.
Has anyone ever told you you look like Lou Diamond Phillips?
When you are feeling
God, maybe a million years ago.
You really do.
Really?
I was just realizing that the other day. A little bit. Yeah, the like right in the middle here.
My face has gotten fatter.
Mine
I have a
too.
pumpkin head now.
Is this okay? This light behind doesn't work.
I like the lighting refracting and everything like that.
Yeah?
It's cool.
Okay. What's
Just
up,
what's
buddy?
going on is let's put you in the middle of the screen.
Okay.
And if you can come up a little bit closer so our heads are about the same size. Ah! Okay, so you know, it's pretty casual, it's pretty free form. Let me get the stopwatch going here. You know, and is there any topics that are off subject for you? Okay, you're an open book. Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, well, we're just gonna jump into it. This is Vessy Mink. How do you pronounce your last name so I don't hurt my tongue trying to pronounce it because I'm dyslexic?
Okay, you're gonna want to say it like in a Bulgarian accent. Minkovsky.
Minkovsky. Vessy Minkovsky.
That's so Chicago. Minkovsky. In Bulgaria, it would be Minkovska because I'm a female, which I like a lot. But since my father emigrated here, you know, I take the I at the end.
Okay.
So, ski.
Well, okay. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Okay.
Okay, great.
This is Vessy Minkovsky.
Close.
Vessy Mink.
You can, yeah, whatever you want.
Okay. And this is Brett's with Friends, my 11th episode. Welcome to the podcast.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. We got lots to talk about. I want to go down a little history. I want to talk about some things that, and then, I mean, I would like to just kind of go down the little history of how I met you real quick. And that was at the Lone Wolf Cigar Shop. And that was when I had met Chris Penn. And I remember us sitting in front of the window, and you're sitting on one side, I was sitting on the other side, and Chris Penn was sitting in the middle or the left. And he was like,
how did that happen?
And he was like, and you're like, I think you guys had just met because I think you're busking on the promenade.
So hold on a minute. Were you there when I walked by with my guitar? Were you in that cigar shop with Chris Penn?
Yeah.
You were?
I worked at the cigar shop.
You worked at the cigar shop?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And,
Brett, I'm completely like, I remember meeting Chris, and then now I'm remembering that, yes, you were there. That's crazy.
Well, it was so funny because he is like such an interesting guy. He like, I remember him like, you saying something to him real quick, and he was like, he started acting like he was gonna cry, and you're scaring me, and he's all, I'm just a really good actor, and
I miss Chris, and I miss you too. He passed away. But I went to his funeral with Jason.
Mm-hmm.
That was a crazy time.
Yeah.
You know, I saw him like 3 weeks before he died, something like that, or a month. And he apologized to me. He was at a cafe in Santa Monica sitting outside, and he goes, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about what happened. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I had no idea like what he was talking about. And I never got to find out what he was sorry about. Like, something had happened and I wasn't sure what it was. It's like some unfinished business. And then he died. It was so sad.
I saw him prior to his passing as well, and I was at a cafe on the boardwalk, and he was jogging, and he had actually ran into an old woman.
Oh, good Lord.
And because he's like a huge dude, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, because he was in his zone, right? And he was
Oh
like,
my
oh, you're
gosh.
okay. And he kind of bulldozed her over, and she didn't fall down or anything, but he kind of clipped her.
That's good.
And he was like very apologetic to her, and then just continued to run.
So bad.
And then he passed like maybe a month or two after that or something like that. And it was
I love that guy.
I know.
I love him. So I remember walking by. I literally, this is what I remember. And I looked to my right, and the windows of that cigar shop, of course, open cigar shop, right? And he said something about my guitar and about something, and I was intrigued. He looked familiar, and I went in there. And then he ended up singing on my guitar. He sang a blues song. He ended up singing.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up busking at the Lone Wolf. Why didn't you have like a regular? You should have had Chris Penn on Friday nights singing at the Lone Wolf.
He would come in and get cigars. Jim Belushi owned it, was part owners of that, and
had no idea.
Go to Jim Belushi because I guess a jerk. But anyways, but like I remember showing him my portfolio, and he's like, oh, you seem like you've got a dark side. I would never think that you would have a dark side because you seem like such a happy-go-lucky guy. And that's coming from Chris Penn.
Oh.
And he had a dark side for sure. I said, no, I do have a dark side, but
who doesn't have one?
Yeah.
Isn't that why we're here? We have to like shine the light on it and fix it. Do we have to fix it? Do we have to fix the dark side?
I think if the more you swing into the dark, the more you swing into the light. It's like a pendulum.
Oh shit. Okay.
So that's a brief history. Then I knew you through the lovesick lunatics because I'm a lovesick lunatic as well.
Yay, forever.
That's
you should get a tattoo on your neck. I mean, I should really throw this out there. If you are a lovesick lunatic, whoever's listening, when I was in that band with Jason Arteaga, I got a tattoo, LSL with a heart on my neck, but he didn't do it. And I was like, but so get LSL if you really are lovesick.
On the back of my neck of a symbol that I made, but you had prompted me because I thought your tattoo on your finger was so cool. I got my lightning bolt on my finger.
God, I love that.
And
twin power activate. I love that lightning bolt. When did you get that?
Gosh, I don't even know. Like 2008, maybe.
I love that. That's the year I left LA.
Oh.
In January. But this is my marriage to myself. I'm giving you the finger.
Yeah.
This is my 3-carat diamond.
Yeah, I always love that. I was like, ooh, I want to get a tattoo someday, and then I eventually did. So you inspired.
That's your first one?
No, I got one on the back of my neck.
Oh, sorry.
And
yes,
and this one.
What's the one on your neck?
It's I don't know if you can see it.
Let's see, Brett. You have like an outside vibe there. Oh, it's right there on your right at the top of your spine.
Can you see it?
Pull it down a little bit more. Take your shirt off.
I don't want to scare the people out there.
I don't think you're going to scare anyone.
Well, it's cold. It's Oregon. So why don't we just go into it because we've already started the show. This is Best with Friends with Vessy Mink.
Yeah. And Brett Woods.
Amazing, talented. I just want to call you a song box or song machine.
I love that.
You just pump out music, your vocals, your creativity, your just the whole kit and caboodle. Tell everybody where you've been, where you're going, where you want to go, and just give us the whole.
Oh boy, it's okay. So where I've been, I was in LA from 1998 to 2008. I left in January in a snowstorm in a rush. it wouldn't stop actually raining. There was a torrential rainstorm in LA, like for 2 weeks, trying to get my stuff out of storage with my fiance, Kevin, who I'm married to now. We have 4 children. We live in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. I'm writing songs more than ever. We have a studio here. We create music with 3 or 4 different projects. And on Friday, I'm actually auditioning for The Voice, which I said I would never, ever do because I already auditioned one time for The Voice and also one time for America's Got Talent with my dad, which that whole experience just to be with my father, who initially wasn't going to audition for America's Got Talent, but he said that he would accompany me. It was like freezing in Chicago and there's like thousands of people in line and everyone's like, so are you auditioning to my dad? And he's like, no, I'm here with my daughter. And, you know, and I was like, Taco, you should audition. I know you want to. So everybody in line was like hyping my dad up and he was around a bunch of artists. And my father really should have been an opera singer, like travel around the world, he would have been a huge, huge star. He's like the Bulgarian Elvis is what I always say. He's got that beautiful, deep, passionate voice. He was always like, Vessy, sing it like you mean it. Like you mean it. Which is why I think I always do covers really well, is because those are like nostalgic songs that you can't help but connect to like wherever you were in your life, like Billy Joel's like, and I guess that's why they call it the blues. I just couldn't like see it in my mind, making my parents' bed. I used to lock their door and like change around their furniture when things got too crazy in our house and there wasn't enough peace. I would like change the furniture. And I'll never forget the Chicago breeze coming through the window and not Billy Joel, for God's sakes, Elton John. Yeah. Forgive me, both artists, if you ever see this. I love you both.
Yeah, didn't they do a duet together one time?
I don't know about that. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
So music, Brett, ended up happening. I did sleep on my massage table in your home on the floor with, thank you. I was homeless. You saved me. I came back from Burning Man. I had nowhere to stay. Jason and I from the Lovesick Lunatics had broken up. You were like, you could sleep in my living room. And I was like, really? And I brought my massage table there. I put the massage table, down on the floor and everything in storage. And your spaces were always so beautiful. That house there in Venice. Oh my God, it was so beautiful there. And thank you for letting me stay there. I needed you so badly to let me stay there. Thank you.
No, that was that was
and your French tenant, Guillaume, who ended up like, he's like, you're like, I'm gonna have a French person staying here for a little while. I'm like, what? He's gonna be living upstairs. He's visiting his girlfriend Sophie, who's in medical school. And I'm like, really? Interesting. And so we met, and handsome Guillaume 23 or whatever, and very just like stately, royal, and very like sweet and funny,
hilarious.
And he was like, I'm looking for
so hot. I was like,
she was Sophie. I wonder if he married her. Yeah, she was gorgeous. They both were. They were too hot to trot.
Yeah.
But he ended up needing a band. Do you remember? He needed a band for Le Caban in Avoriaz, France. And did you know that in Avoriaz, France, that's where they did the not when I got the gig there, but they did the horror film festivals, like yearly, would happen in that village. I really wish that you could have seen that village and what that was like there. But I wasn't even thinking about me when he said he needed a band. I called my friends from Argentina who like had a band. I'm like, you need to like audition for this huge opportunity. They're like, we don't have time. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, maybe I'll try. Remember we were in your living room and
he had mentioned to me that he was looking for somebody, and I was like, hey, and I think I'd mentioned it to you or something, and I was like, this is like, look at
you must have.
I got the light from your background is shining on my you're shining so bright.
Your third eye. There it is right there. Perfect.
Yeah, but that was like sliding doors. That was like a magical time. You played at the Sponto show with Jacqueline Strong.
I just talked to her the other day. Oh
yeah, she's got a little baby and she's doing great.
Just Avalon turned 3. Oh, she's amazing, and I just want to get her. I want to get singing with her again. I'm working with a lot of different musicians where we do file sharing, in Chicago. I have a project called ARC, RN Over Rhythm Collective is what it is. And it's Chris Anthem Wozniak, Roger Ebner, and myself, and also a host of other musicians. And we file share, like way before the pandemic happened, before COVID, we'd already been file sharing, creating music, because we're also busy. We can't get together. That's kind of the thing, you know, now. But like it was the thing then, just from family, business, busy. And so we ended up creating tracks, and now we have like, I think 30 songs, you know, where like I'll lay the vocal down, or I have an idea, I send it to Chris. Chris writes the beat. He sends it to his friend in LA named One Man. One Man creates another beat. We send it back to Roger, who does the horns on it, saxophone, you know what I'm saying? And then we release these songs. They're not perfect, you know, by any means, but we've been releasing them. So when you say music box, I kind of like that, because I feel like it's now more than ever that it's actually true. And sobriety is a good thing, which, as when I knew you, I was smoking pot daily, and that I do not do anymore. So
Well, I'm smoking cigarettes still. I'm drinking. I'm having a little bit of a mudslide right now.
oh well, I would totally have a mudslide with you right now and toke on a joint, like just maybe once.
I haven't smoked pot in like 2 weeks, which is a
Oh
big
yeah,
deal for me. I haven't
yeah, good.
I've been smoking for 30 years. So this I
It's good
just
to
yeah, I was talking to I had Celine on here a couple episodes back, and she's
cool.
a pot advocate, and I wasn't getting high anymore after 20
Yeah,
years of
I
smoking weed every day. So I mean,
you're
I'm
you're
clean. I
stoned for
feel good. I
life.
feel good. I feel sharp. I got to be
You are
sharp for these
sharp.
interviews, you know. And my dream states have been out of fucking control. Like
Yeah,
I've been lucid dreaming, which I think part of the reason why I use some of my vices is because I do have such an out of body experience every time I sleep, and I kind
yeah.
of been stuffing those down for years. I
Did
don't
you
know why.
did you see the movie? I'm sorry, the series, the Queen's Gambit
Mm,
on Netflix.
no, but I know about it. I know it's supposed to be really good.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's about a young girl who loses her mother in a car accident, and she ends up at an orphanage. I'm not gonna tell you the whole thing, but anyway, she becomes like a pro chess player
I know all about
because
the show. I just haven't seen it.
oh, okay. So yeah, she they give her tranquilizers, and she starts tripping out and seeing the chessboard on the ceiling, you know. I always had a vision in LA. I mean, I love marijuana. I'm a huge marijuana advocate. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I
good.
think it's an amazing, amazing medicinal drug. And just like anything else, if you take, overdo it, it's not good for you.
Well, I had a dream last night, and I kept on because I get up several times in the middle of the night because I'm 50 now, 51, and
51.
and
Woo!
I
That
had
makes you only 6. 5 plus 1 is 6.
oh okay, oh
Honestly,
yeah,
and
I
that's
feel like
we're
I'm
gonna go prime numbers.
um there's a chicken that got muddy in this, and I was in a forest, and there's a giant black bull that was rolling around in the mud. And then there was a jacuzzi, and I was like trying to get the black bull into the jacuzzi, and I was going up, 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 up. And so the black bull, this giant, massive black bull, jumped in the jacuzzi and was like, ah.
Dude,
And so it was all
this
realistic
is your
for
this
the
is your dream?
last night, yeah. And then when I went back to sleep, there's another dream where I had all these weapons and stuff like that. And this one guy took my weapons because there's somebody attacking somebody with a giant hammer. And he took took all these really detailed, ornate, like weapons, like one, and he took them. And I was like, well, I'm going to have to get the smaller ones. And there's little hammers and stuff like that. Anyways, I've been cataloging my dreams. I got sort of a photo memory.
Yes. A
But
picture, a photo of
photographic memory, yeah.
yes. The bull, and I have a question.
Okay.
So wait, did you say there was a chicken mud?
There's a
There was
chicken also in there.
wait, a chicken or a chick? Were you saying a female?
A chicken.
Oh, a chicken. I thought you were like, there's this chick rolling around in the mud and a bull.
That's a
and I
different
talked the bull into the jacuzzi. I was thinking, why isn't the woman in there? But you said a chicken. Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted
And
to clarify.
And a little bit of my late dog Cosmo was in there a little bit.
Oh,
he was kind of in the
oh.
background a little bit.
I'm sorry that you lost him, but you know that like as soon as you get another pet, if you don't already have one, that's who that is. I believe
That's what
that.
somebody is telling me, because I think my friend Kevin was telling me about that, but I'm not gonna get any animals for a while. I need to be loose and.
When did that happen?
Well, Celeste died on December 23rd, and
Oh,
Cosmo died in Santa Cruz when we took a vision quest over there
I'm
on
sorry.
January 7th. So they're about 3
Oh.
weeks apart, or 13th he died. I left him in
I'm
Santa Cruz.
sorry.
He's buried in the mountains. He's cremated. It was pretty intense. Pretty intense. Pretty life affirming. But this isn't about me. This is about you. Let's talk to
It's
the.
actually about you.
No, this is all about you.
About us.
Nobody wants to know about me. What's
Brett and Vessy show. So wait, tell me about your awesome puppet animal. I
Black
wrote a
Cat Roadkill?
song. What is it?
Flat Cat and Roadkill show.
Yes, Black Cat and Roadkill.
I use that yeah, I'm it's kind of been a little bit on hiatus just because
The new Muppets, Brett. The new Muppets.
The new Muppets. I put together a new trailer for it, so it's on Instagram. I talked to Carlos Elizaraki, who's a very big voiceover actor who I'm hoping to get on the show. He's done the Taco Bell Chihuahua, and he's done Taco's Modern Life. He said that he would lend some voice work to it when I'm ready.
Sweet. Good.
That's in the works. That's a
nice
exclusive. But tell people out there what you're currently working on besides what you just told us about the music box thing and stuff like that. But what do you got going on besides that, or is that your main thing, or just
so
everybody know
so
they've never met you before?
There's a lot. I just wrote a song for Rimp Productions. Do you remember Duke Nguyen? Duke Nguyen, documentarian, won a couple Emmys for Bowling Out 54 about the Vietnamese boat people that the Navy ship that passed and didn't leave them there, that they saved. He like connected all these people with each other. But I met Duke at LAFCO at LA Film Cooperative in Venice at the Powerhouse. And so he's working. Yeah, he's working with a company that's shedding light on China.
Mm-hmm.
And the Silk Road, and the plan to go through the water and leave out a lot of countries who are able to exist because of that need that they go through the countries. So I wrote a big song, like swing song in the studio about 4 weeks ago that they're going to be using for advertisement through this big company called Red China. And they're in Hollywood, and they're shining a light on the fascist dictatorship and wrong ways of those who want to disqualify anyone except a superpower, if you will. So it's like the Belt and Road left Malaysia. Da, 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 da. I have to play for you. It's like this huge song.
You want to play something right now? You good?
I wish I could. I mean, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can. It's gonna take just a couple minutes to warm up this thing.
Okay. All the time in the world. I know we're already going to go over on time. I anticipate a long and very informative conversation with you.
Yeah, we could go for hours.
Yeah.
So then I wrote about a month ago. Kevin and we were working with this blues artist named Anwar in Chicago, and he wrote this song and he sent it to us. Our thing is we're able to we're producers. So you have a vision, you have a song, you have an idea. If you don't have the words or the song yet, we can do that. But Anwar had already the song. He was an artist with a demo deal, I think back in the 80s, something like that, but hadn't touched music for many, many years. And we worked up his song, which now sounds like, and he said, I want a male version and a female version. So I'm going to write from the male's perspective, and it's called Don't Call the Law. Okay. So I won't call the law. It's all about this guy checking out this girl, and she is gonna call the law if he doesn't stop it. But then from his perspective, so he's very funny, and he wrote, and we met at a yoga studio called Satnam in Chicago, where my friend Siri Siriati Singh, who's this Kundalini yoga instructor, and also a Chicago DJ, a famous Chicago DJ, spent time in Jamaica and Bali, Indonesia. And that's where I met Anwar and got this gig. So that blues song is kind of like Billy Gibbons and what's the name of with the beards? We just saw their documentary on Netflix.
ZZ Top?
The ZZ Top.
Oh.
Yeah, because on Netflix, and it's just because those guys are so mysterious. We were just watching it the other day, and they're like talking to you in your face, and you want to hear what they have to say because it's always been about the beards and the music. But like, who are these people? You know who?
Boy, Velcro Fly.
Yeah.
All those are amazing tunes. I
And
love ZZ Top.
And we saw the ZZ Top in Chicago at the House of Blues because Matt Sorum, who played drums with them, is the person that did my first demo in LA. I don't know if you know my story. Like when Diane Labuda rolled by, I was busking on the Venice boardwalk, and sure enough, this beautiful woman like rolls by on her rollerblades, and she stops, and I'll never forget it. There was like a little crowd of people there, and I'm like, she's like, "Hi, my name's Diane Labuda. Can we talk? Like, what are you doing with your music?" 2 weeks later, I'm at Matt Sorum's house in Beverly Hills. He played with Guns N' Roses. He played with Velvet Revolver, the Hollywood Vampires, like all these bands. So he played with Billy Gibbons, and we got to go backstage and see them. And I got a picture with Matt. And of course, I'm like 25, 30 pounds heavier now. And it's just like, it's like that picture. I always look at it and I go, I look really fat in that picture. But anyway, I don't know why I had to shed light on that. Can't I just be PHAT? Does it have to be FAT? But there's Billy Gibbons, and I didn't get a picture with him. I'm such an idiot. What the fuck? I came there to get a picture. What a rock star Matt must have felt like. Like, like we didn't even talk to Billy. Like, oh, nice to meet you, but I feel like an asshole. Like that guy's the shit.
That happens. Sometimes it's like you want those moments to just be what they are as well.
There was such a long line. There was people wanting to like hug up on, I'm kicking myself. It's like, nope, just Matt, Matt and Kevin.
But you had the moment. The moment was there, and it's better almost, I think, that you have that moment than have like the usual, hey, can I get a picture with you? Then it's over,
Right. And then they don't know me. He doesn't know me, but I know Matt, and I hadn't seen Matt. The last time I saw Matt was at the, on Sunset. What's that called? The Viper Room. When I worked with Matt, we did 3 songs, three demo songs with Lanny Cordola, who I think Lanny is in Afghanistan working with female singers and helping build up like these war-torn communities. Like he's amazing, this amazing guitarist. But what I was going to tell you is that the last time I saw Matt, he said, Puddle of Mud stole our song. Why did you need to sue them? And I just remember that. I was like, there's a song that I wrote that they so basically they had a manager. His name was Ian Montone. Ian Montone was a friend of Diane Labuda's. I did the demo with Matt Sorum and Lanny Cordola. We did 3 songs. One song was called I'm Fucking Out There. And it went, I'm fucking out there. I'm out there. I'm out there. It's just repeated like that click, which is like, she fucking hates me. Anyway, you can never sue anybody unless you have the link. The little thing that says, that's how they got it. They took it and run away with the cash. Okay. So Diane called me one day. I was living on Jim Smith's roof from the beachhead in Venice, California, in a double room tent from Costco. And sure enough, she calls me, and I'm like, on my cell phone that was like sent in the mail to me, like one of the first cell phones, which now is Credo Mobile, which Credo gives away. Like they're like a progressive cause cellular company. But, they were giving away flip phones back then for people to like join in to the progressive cause. You didn't even know what was happening back then, but they give a lot of money to progressive causes. So my point being is that Diane is like, Puddle of Mud stole our song. It's called She Fucking Hates Me. It's a huge hit. They're making millions of dollars. We have the link. I gave that demo to Ian Montone, their manager. And I'm like, I remember I was just like, well, hold on. I'm thinking sue somebody. I'm living in Venice. I'm like, I'm smoking pot. I'm thinking go to court. Somebody heard. I was like, because I'm thinking people get inspired. Let me listen to the song. So I listened to the song. I'm like, I can hear that it does, that they did, but not enough. So I said, no, I said, no. I said, I don't want to sue anybody. Like, unless it's like, for sure they took it.
That would cost you a lot of money, and they would probably end up winning anyways because they have better lawyers.
I don't know if they would have ended up winning, Brett, because this was like there was a direct link. We might have won. I might have become a contender.
Right. Timing is everything.
So Matt, the last time I saw Matt before the Billy Gibbons House of Blues things in Chicago last year was, hey, what they stole our song. I had a show there, and I didn't even like talk to him for very long. I was like, oh, that's okay. I didn't want to, and then I just like moved on. It wasn't like I was like hanging out, excited to, it was just like there was other stuff going on. It was LA, you know.
Yeah, that happens. I've had my Return to Sender movie has been ripped a couple times, but there's such a jokes taken out. Steve Odekirk, who did Patch Adams and Ace Ventura. Anyways, but that happens, and there's another guy, I don't even say his name, that made that movie. They scramble it up, and you have to have a certain percentage of it. Has to be like 95%, stolen, and from you for it to actually be able to be sued, I think.
Right.
But if the song or the movie doesn't make any money, then what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But it is frustrating when you do see a couple of jokes that, like, for example, that I wrote that were in Ace Ventura 2. That was like, that's like $100 million movie in its opening weekend. And, Steve Odekirk, I don't mind saying their names, but it was like, you're doing something, you're an open vessel, and then you're creating, and then somebody has the means of doing it where you don't have the means of producing a Jim Carrey.
And you would think that those people that are inspired would not think that they came up with it themselves because they happen to be wherever they happen to be. That's what's wrong with the entertainment industry. It's actually always been the case. Mozart, it's always been the case with artists in general. I mean,
I have a good example too. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but
throw them under the bus.
It's an interesting conversation because, like, I was doing a mural inside Odekirk's house, and he was watching Young Sherlock Holmes, that Young Sherlock Holmes movie. Remember that with the special effects and stuff like that? And he basically was watching the scene where the custard was they were discovering one of the one of the plot lines devices was the custard was on the shoe of one of the people. That's how they knew that they did a certain thing. And so I ran up and was talking to him, and he's watching that scene. And there in Ace 2, there's a literally dialogue verbatim about the custard being on his shoe. You guys can look it up. It's true. I was there. And so he didn't bother changing the words. He just took it and put it in there, which happens with a lot of things.
And the custard and Brett, the custard on the shoe being, the proof. The custard on the shoe is a good title to point out in a film you might end up making about such things, and the artists who inspired the big box office, partials, whatever you call them, that built the freaking ship. You know what I'm saying? The custard on the shoe, the proof.
Well, I was like, with regards to that, it's I was just wanting to get work out of him, and he gave me the computer to write Return to Sender, and he also gave me a camera. But he was good, but we lost contact, but like he oh gosh, I kind of got lost in thought there. But he I'm gonna still make Return to Sender. Return to Sender is a good movie. We're gonna make it. I'm gonna direct it, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. So the jokes are solid. I wrote with my writing partner Steve Oakes on that, and that's my big thing. That's what I personally want to do. The jokes are solid.
Can I sing the Return to Sender?
Please, you can do anything you want.
Is that in the public domain yet?
I don't believe so, but I mean, you can do a cover if you want. But alas, where are we going with your life? Where do you want to go? Where do you want this to all go?
Oh my gosh. So Partridge Family. Some people have talked about Partridge Family with my kids and stuff. And like, I can't do that. There's absolutely no way. But not that some of my children wouldn't like to be actors, which they would. Now, if I trusted Hollywood, I'd say, let's go and get you into some films. If I'm going to start a film company and pay for the movies, and something happens where we're able to like pay for films that we make ourselves, and start something that way. I guess I'm just, I haven't given up on the dream. I feel like I'm living it. I'm writing music. Song licensing is a big deal right now. There's a few people in Chicago that want to start a song licensing company. I met and they've got contacts. And I've met also online on Instagram an artist that's doing these caricatures and these like, she actually needs help with what do you call that you create the characters through this digital format, Motu, what's it called? Motu. No, not motion capture. It's like this digital where you have this 3D where you create their 3D images of the mocap or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
So her name's Jennifer. She's awesome. And she's got these great ideas and these great stories, and she wants to work together. So I've got like a lot of different, like hands in different projects, but there's, as far as like one thing, I mean, I've always wanted to be on Saturday Night Live, Brett. I'm not going to lie. I've always wanted to be, ever since I saw Gilda Radner on there, And so what's funny is that I'm actually right now taking, I got cast in an improv show online. And now I was, just on Facebook looking around, and there was a flyer there. It said audition for improv show Hard Times, popped up, this really colorful advertisement. I was like, Hard Times. And I have to share with you that, when I was a young girl, my grandmother hypnotized me. And I found this out not until like almost my 30s, mid 20s, 30s. My mother said, do you know that your grandmother hypnotized you when you were little? I was like, no. What are you talking about? She was taking a class. Your grandmother was taking a class and she hypnotized you. I go, really? She goes, yeah, you said, my name is Mary. I live in New York and we have hard times. And I was like, that's freaking weird. And then I was thinking, did she ever unhypnotize me? Like she was in a class and stuff, like, you know what I mean? My esoteric grandmother who wrote a 900-page book on the pyramids before all this Gaia pyramid crap came out online. Like she wrote it in German. Mm-hmm. She lived in India for 2 years. She was a beautiful painter. She had a burial at sea on the Baltic Sea. She was amazing. But what I mean to say is that when I saw that advertisement, I was like, Hard Times, audition, improv. I've always loved improv online through Zoom. It's going to be called Hard Times of Indiana. They're going to take comments off of posts and build a whole caricature about like the background of these people who would say such audacious things, right? That's the pretense of the. So I auditioned, and the audition was so funny. It was through Zoom. And Nelson Velasquez comes up on the camera, and he's like, okay, well, the other two people that were supposed to audition, they're not here anymore. So you and I are going to do some scenes together. And I was like, okay, cool. So he threw out some like improv games, just to like throw things like, I say one, you say two, I say three, bow, and like things like that. And so we cracked up a little bit, and then we went into like I had my wigs. We just did all sorts of crazy stuff for 45 minutes, right? And then he's like, okay, I'll let you know. And so I got the gig, and now every Sunday until the February show, it's going to be like a weekly on Fridays in February. We, for 3 hours, 5 players and the director are going through like characterizations. I mean, I'm learning, these people are already like seasoned improv actors. One actually looks like a mix between Belushi and Bill Murray. Like I can't get it out of my head. Like he really looks just like him. I always had that thing where people like look to me like other people I like, somehow cannot get rid of that. But they're so understanding, because I'm like, so that's why I have a green screen here. It's because I have to have a green screen. We're on Zoom, and we're acting together and doing. He's like, so what do you want to, what do you expect to happen with this? It's like, well, I really want to be on Saturday Night Live, like that's what, I don't want to say that's my end all. I mean, I want to make money, Brett, doing art and music and creating, content rich, positive change, strong, like, ocean current, make shit happen. And we've been doing that. We've been making records here. We wrote 19 songs last year in our band, Them and Me, punk songs, like full fat, you flare, sitting in the house. Where'd I put the remote? I wanna watch Friends. I'm so sick and tired, work's a drag. I wanna be on fire and figure it out. 5 times 5 is 25. And we have like these songs that we released, but there's 19 of them, and we only have so much time. We've got 4 children, that we're homeschooling, and we don't have them in remote learning. I don't have them sitting at the computer, with the teacher on camera that they can see them on. I just can't do it. I cannot do the remote learning. but they're playing a lot of video games and doing homeschooling. So I'm thinking in my head, what's the difference?
Mhm.
The difference is that they're not sitting with their face in a camera for 7 hours with their teacher. But
Screen
some
jumping.
days, Brett.
We're screen jumping. I think we're gonna have to evolve out of this screen jumping. We're going from phone to computer to screen to screen to screen to screen to screen. I think we'll eventually lose the hand operating system that we have to keep our fingers on the phone, and we'll probably pop it up and it'll be something that'll drone around us and we can speak and do our remote.
Holy, that would be
That's gonna happen.
incredible.
That will, because that's the only thing that's left is we need our hands back. And so people walk around the street and have these little things buzzing around them. They'll flip it and put them in and out of their pocket. And I think that's going to definitely happen.
Wow. That's so Jetsons.
Yeah, it's it'll happen in one form or another. It'll happen because I think people want and Google Glass didn't ever work. We don't want things on us, you know. We don't want things on us. We want to be liberated with our hands and our gestures and be able to, you know. But so I think things are going to be whizzing around us, and we can.
There should there should be a pop-up screen, like you know how they have pop-up tents.
Yeah.
Just pop screen.
Yeah.
Pop screen. Oh, speaking of pop. Take that, run with that. Please do it. I will write the theme song for Pop Screen. We'll have some ice cream.
Someone with more technology at their disposal will actually make that manifest that. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Have you heard of the of Popology?
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Popology is Joe Ray's vision. And check it out online. Just look for Popology. Popology is all about the science of pop and learning through popular media, meaning everything that we like from that we've ever seen, grown up with, that's what has shaped us. So he's been now for 20 years. Joe Ray is actually someone that I met at LAFCO, LA Film Cooperative. And he has the vision is like, he's so laser right now. He's talking to Comcast. He's got partners like that are like, from, you know, pay-per-view and he's building an app and they have like cryptocurrency connected to it, pop coins. So maybe pop screen could be something cool. Yeah.
It'll happen one way or another. Everything's happening. Yeah. We're living in the future now.
Let me see if I know.
This is what it looks like, baby.
My hat. Where's my future hat? Well, actually.
We gotta get our tinfoil hats on.
How about this? Yeah, where's yours?
There you go. Here.
See that?
Gorilla. Here, I'll put mine on.
So let me tell you, when we were doing scenes the other day, I said, you have a plane ticket you want, but you didn't show me any identification. And in Bulgaria, we don't want you to get in trouble. So I had the hat on. They really liked it.
That's a dope ass hat.
That's a captain's hat. I like yours. Is that the beautiful buffalo? Yes, the sacred hat. Buffalo. I love that. Okay, you want to hear something? Let's
go for it, baby. Let's do it.
Abracadabra.
Woo woo! Ah, Sage, I need that.
Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to play you the one I was going to play because they haven't aired it yet. I don't want to get in trouble.
Absolutely. We want to keep it non-troublesome.
Non-troublesome Productions.
There you go.
Live to you from the future. Kevin and I came up with a really great idea the other day. I'm going to share it with you. Well, if I share it with you, other people are going to see this. I'll share it with you in texting.
Okay.
Because maybe you can help write it. It's a really good idea.
Okay.
I don't know how to write a screenplay. But let's just say Dan Aykroyd would fucking flip his lid. Let's just say that.
Dan Aykroyd?
Yep. All right. Recent sessions. Okay, I just released this one. This is about to be available on all online stores.
Is that the one you sent me that I'm going to use for the intro and the outro?
No, those are old songs.
Okay.
I just thought of songs that would be like good for social, you know, like kind of just connect the sweet songs and stuff. This is more, are you in the mood? I should ask you what you're in the mood for.
Anything. I'm an open vessel. I'm just enjoying this whole thing. Whatever it is, this is all great. What is Jessica
thanks you.
Oh, okay. I think Jessica. She's a bear of the light.
Your future wife. Here
Oh,
she is.
oh my gosh, she's so cute. I love her already.
You're so cute. All right, let's see. So this song we wrote last year, them and me. So what happened, you know, Kevin is an electrician. He would go to work. I was so inspired that I would be writing and producing like full-on songs that all he would have to do would be add drums. Like I would do like 10 different vocals, like the harmonies, productions and stuff. I mean, they're not perfect, but this is called Domestic.
Okay.
And it's about a girl. I live with a girl, like a lazy girl that doesn't wash the dishes. She doesn't do anything, but he loves her. They have a domestic. It feels like, you know, he'll do anything for her, but like she orders Chinese food. She doesn't wash the dishes. You know what I mean? Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Live with a girl, she's not my girlfriend. Ties is my world, she's not my girlfriend. Travel the world, she's not my girlfriend. I live with a girl. Domestic, domestic. I don't wanna lose her. Live with a girl, she likes to make out. I live with a girl, she orders takeout. I live with a girl, she has no money. I live with a girl, thinks that I'm funny. Domestic, domestic, domestic. I do. I love her. I need her. I want her.
Okay. Now, is that not a treatment for the next freaking TV sitcom, Netflix, I don't care, whatever the fuck, Friends? And it's about domestic. It's called, you know, like when, I think we got a domestic, you know, like something positive instead of like that we have like people beating each other, right? But
Mhm.
Domestic is the name of the show. Or that's the music for it. And it's got that Friends vibe, that like, these group of people that just the next kind of thing, you know, the next
Yeah,
generation of friends.
I hope this is a compliment, but it reminds me of some Bengals, not Bengals, but Go-Go's a little bit.
All
Really, like,
right, yeah,
pop, like high energy, like
yeah.
bouncy,
You want to
not
hear
bouncy,
more?
slingy.
You
What?
want to hear more?
Sure, I might drop. You know what? If we can, I might try to drop it in so we can hear it better. Like, if you send it to me
Okay,
separately,
I'll send it to you.
and we'll try to cue it up so it's happening at the same time that we're talking right now.
Okay. Let's see what
With
else.
some fancy editing.
Mm, let's see. We just released a song. So on TikTok, so I have to tell you, on TikTok, I met a woman. Her name is Tanya Lee. Tanya Lee, she's a comedian. She's 3 feet tall. She is funny as hell. And she is schooling people. She has almost 1 million followers. Tanya Lee Davis is her name.
Okay.
And so guess what happened? Like our friend James Wade came to Chicago. We were going to do some music together with Chris, who works at Concept 37, which is a studio in Chicago where we record. And he's like, he called me one night. I was delivering DoorDash because I do that here and there. Not so often. But he said, Vessy, you know the song Dreams from Fleetwood Mac? It's blowing up right now on TikTok because of this skateboarder who like lip sync, you know, that song, and it's got like 5 million views. He's like, we need to cover that song and get on TikTok. And I was like, oh shit, I'm delivering food at DoorDash. Okay. So I went home and I started recording my version of the song because I grew up with Fleetwood Mac. You know, Stevie Nicks' song "Beautiful Child" was the first song I ever sang on stage. I was 9. My sister was accompanying me on guitar. You know, and so I recorded the song, and I sent it to him, and he added layers. This is our Nova Rhythm Collective, and we get stuff out fast. We get music out fast, and So we you know, we kind of missed the boat, because like if you don't have something immediately, you see something's trending on TikTok. If something's trending, that's like the first video that comes up. And if you jump on that train, like you're going to trend too, and you're going to have followers and whatever. And whatever you do with that, you know, is up to you. But what I want to share with you about Tanya Lee Davis is that now I was on TikTok and I was looking, what's up with TikTok? You know, I was like, I already have a profile, but like so I see Tanya Lee Davis, this little person is what they like to be called. That's the you know, or dwarf, either of those. Tanya Lee Davis is just what I'll say, because that's who she is. And I saw her and she's just this like light, and she's funny and she's crass, and she's played at like, you know, the Apollo Theater. Like she's a badass. And so she's got like 200 followers. And my son and I were like watching her for a couple of days. And I was like, you know, this first night we were watching her, and I texted her because she says, you know, when we get 1 million followers, at this time she had like 200,000 followers. When we get 1 million followers, Kevin and I are going to get married, and we're going to get married on TikTok. And I was like, I write love songs for weddings. That's what I do. Also, I write custom songs for people. And so I was like, Tanya, I'm a singer songwriter. You don't know me, but let me write your song. And so she's got a rocking chair, and she like rocks on this chair, and she reads all the things, and she responds to everybody, pretty much everybody. And I know this because she said, oh, Vessy Mink wants to write our you know, our song for our wedding. And okay, this is my email. Send me you know, something. So I sent her like 10 songs. She texted me back. She's like, you made me and Kevin cry. Will you really write our song? Like, we're really going to get married online. And like, will you please write that song? I was like, I'm in. So we had, and every time I go, when she goes live, because she goes live for 2 hours every day, she says my name. She says, Vessy Mink. Like, and so now I have like 400 followers, you know, big. It's not about the followers. It's just that she's one of those rare people that is supporting arts and people, you know what I'm saying? She's not like, I got that idea and I'm gonna like we were just talking about, you know, she's like the real deal. You have to go check her out and follow her.
I will.
And get her on your podcast, actually.
That'd be awesome.
So then what ended up happening, we were on the phone for like an hour. Tanya Lee, me and her husband, and I wrote down all these like intimate things. I'm like, okay, so can I share that? Because there's some funny, intimate detail, you know, that they shared. And her fiance's like, I'd prefer the song to be, you know, not so revealing. I'd prefer it to be, you know, so it's like, okay, I'm glad I asked. I know what kind of song they want. They want the love song of love songs that doesn't say too much, but says it all with very little. Mm-hmm. Right. So I started writing it. So I just wanted to share that because I was just looking, and Dreams is on here. So what we've been doing is basically just rolling with the punches, you know, with kind of what comes up. And I'm taking a yoga teacher training class online because I decided I want to be a yoga teacher, and I'm learning about mantras and mudras and breathing. And did you know that you don't use your left or right nostril? That like most people only breathe through one. Watch this, Brett. Ready? Put your right hand. Okay. Oh. Well, no, breathe in. Here, ready? Breathe in. Now breathe out. Now do it again. But switch fingers. Now breathe in. Now switch. But like, if you can tell which one you don't use, right? Can you tell?
You know, I'm a pretty both nostril kind of
guy. No way! No, that doesn't work.
Because I mean, unless it's stuffed up with a slight cold or something.
Right, you're saying you're breathing through both of your nostrils right now. Unless you learned it as a kid, I don't see how you did that. Unless you're some like really advanced soul.
Well,
okay.
That goes with
that. If I would be the beat is fine. Cause all you got is this moment anyway. No guarantee that you'll be here another day. All living things, they are social. We're just no good on our own. Human beings are social, not meant to be left alone. Oh, hold me tonight. That'd be fine with me, that'd be just fine. 'Cause all you got is this moment anyway. I like the love in your guarantee that you'll be. I like the love in your heart. Let it give yourself things that you love that you are. I like the love in your heart. Be grateful you have a love that you breathe and pray. You have a family that's there. Then I like the love, I like the love, I like the love in your heart. I like the love in your heart. And when it's cold outside, open up your mind. I like the ways to unlock the love. I like the love. So many ways. I like the love in your heart. There's so many ways to get when you're feeling like you have no home. When you light a candle in your DNA. I like the love in your heart. For the world have a story to share. You have the famous girl. Path that you walk is great with the care. Gonna miss you, girl. Gonna miss you. Love is all that you can share. Harness the power that's there. Goodness it flows and it gives like the air. The path that you're walking is paved with yourselves. Unlock your love and you light a candle in your DNA. For the world ain't never gonna be the same. Gonna miss you, boy. Gonna miss you, boy. Gonna miss you, boy. Gonna miss you, boy. All human beings are social. We're just no